What's good, everybody? Welcome to the launch of the Law Podcast, man. Um, it's uncensored and unbiased over here, man. And I'm just excited to launch this, man, because I'm a very opinionated person, and hopefully we'll be having others join me. But I may be rolling solo tonight, and that's cool. But yeah, man, I just wanted to start something right here to voice my opinion and have people on so we can get a lot of different opinions and views up here, man. Cause I feel like people I feel like we're not allowed to have different opinions anymore. It's like if we got different opinions, then we enemies. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that got to do with politics. Like a lot of it. Oh, let me move that back. A lot of it has to do with politics or whatever. But I want this show to represent, you know, like unity. We can have different opinions and still be cool. Everybody got an opinion, man. Oh, somebody hit me up. Okay, let me put that on silent. But yeah, I'm really not gonna be talking about a lot. We just launching things, man, kicking things off. Like I said, I'm excited to get started with this. We're gonna try to bring you at least one show, one episode a week, talking about a plethora of different things. But like I hope everybody, is enjoying their weekend or has enjoyed their weekend. I know I did. I just got back from this nice spot down in Fayetteville. If you're from North Carolina, you watching this and you familiar with the Fayetteville areas, this joint, Hook and Reel. My first time there, man. I'm still learning the area, whatever, Fayetteville. And it's nicer than what they make it out to be. But yeah, Hook and Reel, man. It's really good. Me and the family went out there, man. I sat down and had me a little fish basket, and the family, they had boils or whatever, more than what I wanted to pay for dinner, Sunday dinner, but it was worth it, worth the experience. And a lot of times that's what you're paying for, is the experience, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, it was a good Sunday evening. Um, got to eat with the family, which is always good, despite the kids yapping all the time, but it's cool. So I had to come back on. I know I'm late hopping on, but I'm here nonetheless, and I'm gonna be here. But I don't really have too much to discuss with y'all tonight, man. It's a lot going on. I did want to touch on, maybe a couple of little things, that's gonna be fun to talk about. I mean, and if y'all got suggestions on what we should discuss on this show, then hey, send them to me. Send them to me. A lot of y'all, I know y'all my friends or whatever that I know in real life. So send me them suggestions on what we should talk about. We can talk about parenting, we can talk about politics, we can talk about religion, sexual orientation. It don't even matter. I'm down to talk about anything because I feel like our freedom of speech is dwindling, as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna get too much into that tonight, but I did want to touch on this right here. Travis Scott pauses New York concert to keep attendees safe 10 months after 10 people died at his Astroworld festival. Now I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. After Astroworld, I was definitely not a fan of Travis. I wasn't even a fan of Travis before Astroworld. Like, so when Astroworld happened and I saw like the droves of people that were there to see Travis, I'm like, man, I didn't even know dude was so popular. I didn't know he was that popular. I had never really listened to his music. I knew bro because Kylie Jenner is his girl. That's his baby mom's. So, that's how I knew him. I never really listened to his music like that. I still don't listen to a lot of his music today. I like the tracks that he got with Drake. I think it's one or two. I don't know. But yeah, I like the tracks he got with Drake or the track he has with Drake. I don't know if it's multiples. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah. So he stops the concert after, the whole Astro World incident. Um, and he had to, you know what I'm saying? Like going forward, he has to be more conscious of his surroundings that it shows. And you can have security all day long, but as that artist, as big as you are, something going on at your concert from here on out, you're gonna be blamed, man. Like they got all eyes on your concert because they waiting for something to go wrong. And of course, this is news because it looks like he cares about these people potentially putting themselves in danger at his latest show. And he may genuinely care about those guys, or guys or girls. Let me get that right. Guys or girls at his concert. But it doesn't even matter if he cares or not, because for me personally, I think that the liability is all on him. After Astro World, like people are looking for things to go south at his concerts. That's just the reality of the situation. But you know, they're looking to come for him again. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Astro World was terrible, and I do put a certain percentage of the blame on him, because in those videos that I saw, not saying that this is fact, but in the videos I saw, it looks like he kept performing and people were yelling at him, and that's just the reality of the situation. And again, others may have a different perspective, but that's just my own, and that's what I'm doing, sharing my perspective. You can definitely chime in, and if you feel different, you can definitely chime in and whatnot, and let me know how you're feeling. But that it is what it is. Travis Scott, watch out for them people at your concert, man. We can't have people out here getting killed, man. Just getting killed at a concert. Like, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. But another topic I wanted to touch on, man. Brittany Griner been detained in Russia for over 150 days, if I'm not mistaken. So and this is over some oil, if I'm not mistaken, like weed, cannabis oil, man. And it's such a tough discussion to have, because and I know the whole NBA, WNBA, superstars calling for her release or whatever, and I want to see her come home. I do. I definitely want to see her come home. But let's look at the reality of the situation. We're gonna break it down. They said she had cannabis oil in her bag. Now, let's say she did, because there are other theories, saying that Russia could have potentially planted this cannabis oil, which I would never, I would listen. That there's definitely potential there, given what's going on in the world right now and the strained relationship between the United States and Russia. They could have easily planted that, to detain her there and basically use her as a pawn in this chess game that they're playing with the United States and Ukraine. But listen, let's say she did bring that in her bag and try to get it through Russian customs or what have you, then she's totally wrong. And in that country, it's their laws, and it says those actions that she allegedly did, could get a regular person up to 10 years in prison. And I know that weed and all cannabis, all of that stuff is legal in half or over half the states here in America, but we're talking about Russia. We're not talking about California, man. We're not talking about New York. We're talking about Russia. We're talking about Vladimir Putin's empire, man. So I wouldn't dare go to Russia and commit a crime, because they're gonna take my black ass down to solitary or whatever, and that's it. I'm an American. They want to do the worst to me. You know what I'm saying? So if I want I want Brittany to come home. I love Brittany Griner as a basketball player. She's been a phenomenal basketball player since her college days, and I've been watching her a long time. Um, but listen, you know, you got to be more careful in those situations in a country like that, especially, you know, at the time she got caught, you know, tensions were escalating, and you got these people out here who say, "Oh, she hates the country," you know, now she wants help. Listen, and I'm gonna touch on something real quick. You say she hates America. Why? Because she wants America to be better. See, I think that a lot of you people out there get wanting to improve your country and hating your country mixed up. See, people who speak out against, you know, certain situations in this country, we want to improve this country. We want this country to be better for the generations to come. My kids, your kids, they kids, you know, and it's not that we hate this country. It's that we want this country to be better because we know it can be better for everybody, no matter your political stance, your religious preference, your sexual orientation, or the color of your skin. It can be a great country for everybody. But, you know, the most un-American thing to do would be to leave an American wrongfully detained. And these patriots out here are saying, leave her. That's not American. To me, it's not American at all. So, you know, these are the same people that, you know, to me, you know, these are the same people that fly the Confederate flag on July 4th. Yeah, think about that. But while y'all think about that, man, I'm going to cut to a break real quick. So enjoy the theme song. Again, this is the Law Podcast. Uh-uh. All right, I'm back with it. You know, I'm still here. Back with another segment on the Law Podcast. Again, if anybody watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Again, we launching, so we're gonna be here for weeks to come, maybe years to come. Who knows? And I'm trying to collect them checks, man. So get my views up. But you know, I'm back with it. You know, and I'm a big NBA fan. You know, I love hoops. You know, I played a little ball coming up. You know, so I want to discuss Nick Wright's top 50 players over the last 50 years. Take a look at that list. Man. We're talking about one blank. You know, that's LeBron James. We're talking about two blank. We know that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, skyhook captain. We got Michael. We got Michael Jeffrey Jordan at number 3. Come on, Nick, right? Come on, Nick, right? Listen, man, I get that you love LeBron James. I like LeBron too. But listen, man, to put Michael Jordan at 3, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Some of you LeBron guys will do anything, man, to discredit Michael Jordan. And you will do anything to discredit the teammates that LeBron has played with to prop him up. Listen to me. Excuse me. LeBron James is a once in a lifetime athlete. Matter of fact, once in a generation. Let's correct that. Once in a generation type of athlete. He doesn't need to be propped up. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, Michael Jordan was a better player than LeBron James. It just was. He just was. You know what I'm saying? To me. Listen. 6-0 in the finals. 6-0. 6-0. He didn't have a 2011 Dallas Mavericks meltdown. And I'm not saying this to discredit LeBron James, to tear him down. LeBron James is a NBA legend. And I will miss him when he retires for sure. For sure. I love his game, man. I love his game. But guess whose game I love more? Kobe Bean Bryant, rest your soul, man. My favorite NBA player. So that's why I have no issue putting Michael Jeffrey Jordan at number 1. Because that's who Kobe got it from. Now, in some aspects, Kobe got some of Jordan's moves and made them better. And we can argue that. Hell, if you're watching and you want to come up here and discuss that, we can discuss that for hours, man. But listen, I got Michael, I got Kobe, I got Kareem, or I got, no, listen, I got Michael, I got Kobe, and then I could put LeBron and Kareem and Magic and Tim Duncan. Gotta put Tim Duncan up there, man. Got to. And let's look at his list right here. He got Larry Bird, Hakeem the Dream, Shaq, and Steph MF and Curry at number 10. Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about it. What I did not get, and I still don't, and don't listen, I love Steph Curry. I love his game. Greatest shooter I've ever seen. One of the most exciting players I have ever seen. But listen, number 10? Number 10? Over who? Over Dr. J? I mean, let's look at this, man. Over Charles Barkley? I mean, okay. Maybe over Charles. Charles didn't get a ring. Steph, 2-time unanimous MVP. Greatest shooter we ever seen. 4 rings. 1 finals MVP. 1 finals MVP. And he's not done yet. Don't get me wrong. He's not done. But 1 finals MVP, man. And listen, Michael got 6 finals MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan, 3? Kobe with 2. I mean, come on, man. Shaq got 3 of them things, man. They still got 1 finals MVP. 1. And this is over the last 50 years. So I get it. You know what? Since it's over the last 50 years, I will probably agree with this. Because in my mind, I'm thinking all time. If we talking all time, you got some, you got Oscar. You know what I'm saying? You got Wilt. So if we talking all time, no, Steph Curry is not 10 for me. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But look, I'm gonna put if I had to, okay. Listen, Bill Russell on my all-time list, I don't have him there. And I'm 31, so I didn't get to see Bill play. I get the 11 rings deal. I get it. No disrespect to the guys who came before some of my favorite players, but listen, man, I really, Bill was great. He averaged 18 a game, 20 plus boards a game. You know, but I mean, it was 8 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? They were some hardworking guys. But it was a different game. It's a different game. Nowhere near as skilled as the game now, and that's just a fact. So I can omit Bill Russell from my top 10 for sure, and I don't have a problem doing that. Because that's just what I'm young, man. I'm 31. I didn't see Bill play. I didn't see Wilt play, but I seen them records Wilt set. Man. So I got to put Wilt up there, even though he lost to Russell a ton. But that championships is a team thing. Russell had a great team. Great teams, I should say. Great coach in Red Auerbach, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was his coach. So, yeah. But yeah, Nick Wright, man, you're going to put LeBron at number one. I'm going to have to argue that. You know what I'm saying? And then, obviously, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. To put Michael at 3, that is such a LeBron stan thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like to put Michael Jeffrey Jordan 3rd on something? Come on, man. 3rd? Okay, man. Come on, Nick. But anyway, man, that's Nick Wright list. I might put a list together or something. Yeah, surely. I don't have enough time to do top 50 or 50, man. I might put top 15 together or something, But, while I'm on this conversation, Kendrick Perkins recently made an interesting statement that he would take Steph Curry over my GOAT, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest your soul, my man. Listen, you could not pay me to take Stephen Curry over Kobe Bean Bryant. You could not. We're talking about 9-team, first team all defense. We're talking about one of the most prolific scorers in the history of the game. We're talking about, 33,000 points, man. And then, people love to come in, he was inefficient. He shot 45% for his career. That's not terribly inefficient, especially when you had guys like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith saying that James Harden was the best offensive player maybe in the game, and he shoots 43% from the field, lacks a post game, doesn't have the same footwork as Kobe, but he's the best. Okay, because he was getting to the line, but we all see the game is called different now. I'm still a big Harden fan. I like his game. I love when he's a great facilitator, But come on, man. We're talking about Kobe Bean Bryant, man. Look, to me, the best offensive player to ever step foot on him. And you can talk Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant don't have that footwork, man, in the post. He don't have no post game like that. Not saying that he can't develop one, but that's just the reality of this situation, man. Right now, if you disagree, come on up, man. We'll put you on the podcast for sure. But I'm gonna leave that conversation. Just know I'm a huge Kobe fan. Y'all welcome to come up here and state your case for other players. For sure. I would love to have you up here. But we're gonna leave it right there. Just know Kobe Bean Bryant number 1 for me. Or he can be number 2 behind Mike. It's cool. But yeah, man. I love talking NBA. We could talk some sports. Fantasy coming up. Y'all that want to join that fantasy league, let me know. I'm also down to play for money. Deshaun Watson will not play this year. He will not play this year. Listen to me. You can't play in the NFL, man. You can't come back, bro. You got 25 plus lawsuits against you for sexual misconduct or sexual assault. You can't play. Calvin really got suspended for betting $1,500. $1,500. Deshaun Watson got sexual assault cases from here to City Hall, but they say he's gonna get suspended 6 games. Come on, he got to go the whole season, maybe next season too. That's just the reality of the situation. And at first, I did not believe it, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Deshaun, man, them details is kind of, I don't know. But hey, look, man, my low battery thing just popped up. We 26 minutes in. First episode of the Law Podcast, man. It's just a little taste of what's to come. Like I said, I'm excited to be up here. We're going to discuss a number of things, but we're going to call it a night. So y'all have a good night. All my friends have a good night. All my family have a good night. Sending blessings y'all way and positivity. You got to tell that negativity to get out of here. Kick them in the ass. But hey, y'all have a good night. Again, this is the Law Podcast. Tune in next Sunday to get the scoop. Holla at you.